Hello again and thanks for joining. So this is another Trix model and it's another set of Bavarian wagons. You're probably seeing a trend starting to emerge on this channel. Another second-hand purchase. This one is number 5236170. Strangely enough, this box actually has Fleischmann written on it, but don't be confused, this is actually Trix, so it just seems to have the wrong lid on this box. Anyway, let's get these open and we'll check them out. So two lovely looking tanker wagons. I do like a tanker. These are petrol transporters from obviously the Bavarian State Railway, and these models I think came out in the early 80s. They are second-hand models and I can see a couple of little bashes here and there, and obviously that coupling's fallen out of one of them, so I'm going to have to put that back in at some point. But let's check them out closer up. Well, there's no point in looking at them individually because they're both identical, even down to the running numbers, and I think that's quite poor because this does come as a twin pack. But aside from that, this is a wonderfully detailed little model and it's got a lot going for it as well. We've got a brakeman's cab on both models. This does actually wobble a little bit on the chassis, but it's highly detailed and comes with glazing, which has got surrounds as well. Incredible in such a small size of model, and also considering the age that this came out. It's got a black roof, which is a separate part which is added in, and the glazing looks really good as well. We've got this little piece up here which does get a little bit bashed as well. This was second hand and I'll tell you how much these cost at the end of the video. But you can see it's had some damage here and these are bent in a little bit. Down here we've got some checker plate effect as well and some more railings on each side too. There's not much detail on the buffer beam because it's dominated by the coupling hanging out the front, but we do have these little bars underneath and the buffers are really fine as well. They can easily be broken off but they look really good. We've got some more steps coming down here as well. And looking down the side of the tanker, it's a great looking model. There's a lot of rivet detail. I love these steps. This is an extra piece. It goes up to the top here with the handrails. And the tank itself looks pretty good as well. There is a bit of a moulding mark across the top of it, but it's not too noticeable. We do have these ribs coming down and fantastic printing on it. I do love that yellow with the black. And also this printing down here on the chassis, quite a lot of it too. All done in yellow, which can be tricky sometimes, but it's done really well on here. I do like the fact that you can see the frame underneath the tank there as well. Moving around this end, we've got some more checker effect here, and again the buffers and the coupling at the back here. Some nice printing here on the warning plates. And looking down here on the chassis, this looks really good, and we've also got the brakes in line with the wheels. The wheels nicely darkened and spoked and they revolve really well too. And underneath there's a great representation of all the brake gear. You can see where the model goes together. It's got these little tabs here, but there's a lot to love about this little wagon. They've packed a lot of detail into a small space and it really looks very good. And I even like the fact that there's grain detail of the wood on the back of the brakeman's cab, which you can barely see because the tank's in the way, but that's amazing attention to detail there. So a really lovely looking wagon here, but let's see how much these weigh. So one of these wagons weighs just 39 grams. So I've just taken the brakeman's cab off the one where the coupling had come off just so I can refit the coupling, and I've just noticed it's even got grain detail down here on the planking which I can't even see when the model's together, so that's incredible attention to detail. It really looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm now seeing there's a bit of a problem here. It looks as though this coupling socket has broken in the past. There should be a little round thing in there, a little stud that this attaches into, but it's obviously broken off at some point. And the previous owner has glued in this coupling, but then it's failed and fallen out again. So there's obviously a little bit of a problem here, and this is indicative of maybe the plastic getting a bit more brittle over time, and we've seen a little bit of bending of some of the pieces on this model. So I guess it's something to be aware of, that the plastics do get brittle as they get old. But if you consider this could be as much as 45 years old, it's still doing pretty good, and the amount of detail here is still quite incredible. So these two petrol tank wagons from Trix, well, they're really highly detailed and incredibly good looking models, I think. Considering the age of these wagons, I think they would stack up by today's standards. The level of detail on things like the grain on the brakeman's cab, the bracing underneath the wagon, and the overall decoration and the way it's presented is just absolutely spot on. It's hard to believe how old these wagons are, but the little bits that are getting bashed here and there and breaking obviously indicates that the plastic's getting a bit brittle now, and it's something to be aware of if you're looking to buy second-hand models. Like I said, I did get these second-hand in a set, and together this cost me £15, which I think is incredible value for money because you'd be lucky to get like just a single four-wheeled van these days for less than £20. And here we've got two interesting and highly detailed tanker wagons. The only downside, I think, apart from the brittleness of the plastic, is the fact that they've both got the same running number and they come in a set. So I think that's pretty poor. I think they should have different numbers. But aside from that, I can't really fault these wagons, and I would recommend you check out second-hand Trix models, but just be aware that sometimes the plastics can get quite brittle. But that's just what I think. What do you think about these tankers? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put these on the turntable so you can see all the way around, and another video will appear in a moment. Just click on that and I'll see you there. But thanks for watching this one. I appreciate your company, and I'll see you on the next one.
So model trains, model worlds, choo choo, model trains, tiny worlds, choo choo, model trains, model worlds, choo choo, model trains, tiny worlds, choo choo.